Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. In this video, we are going to talk about the effect of Jupiter through the nakshatra of Shatabhisha. Okay, so before that, what is the nakshatra of Shatabhisha? Shatabhisha Nakshatra is Dasha ruled by Rahu, and it ranges from the 6 degrees 40 minutes of Aquarius to the 20 degrees of Aquarius. Okay, and it has 4 padas. The first pada of Shatabhisha Nakshatra ranges from 6 degrees 40 minutes and falls in Sagittarius. The second pada ranges from 10 degrees to 13 degrees 20 minutes, and it falls in Capricorn. Third pada ranges from 13 degrees 20 minutes to 16 degrees 40 minutes and falls in Aquarius, and fourth pada falls in 16 degrees 40 minutes and to the 16 degrees 40 minutes to 20 degrees and falls in the Pisces. So let me remove this. So now we have to discuss what is the effect of Jupiter into this nakshatra of Shatabhisha. Shatabhisha nakshatra is Dasha ruled by Rahu, and more so it is the nakshatra which is the nakshatra of underworld. Why? Because firstly it is ruled by Rahu, which is a demon. More so, it is also ruled by the deity of this nakshatra is Varuna, who is a son of Aditi, but who also rules the underworld. Okay, and there are many other Adityas as well, but this Varuna rules the underworld. He is the god of waters. Okay, now the symbolism associated with the Shatabhisha Nakshatra is the circle, the darkness, and it also shows the infinity. Okay, so these 4 are the symbolism associated with the Shatabhisha Nakshatra, and the power with the Shatabhisha Nakshatra is the power of healing. Okay, the true meaning of the word Shata is 100, and the Shatabhisha literally means 100 physicians. So this nakshatra is associated with healing powers. This nakshatra is associated with life and death. Okay, so Shatabhisha nakshatra also represents the high vibrations, but it deals with the underworld. So what it shows is it allows you to access your lower realms. Okay, one more capacity of this nakshatra is the healing power. Okay, this nakshatra has a healing power, and another name for this nakshatra is Shatataraka, which literally means 100 stars. So usually this nakshatra is associated with healing, but each of this Tara is a star in itself. So this nakshatra is extremely powerful, and it also brings in the high vibrations to that person. Now let's look at what are the padas involved into this. We already talked about it, but the padas in this, so the third and the fourth pada of Shatabhisha Nakshatra is the third pada is a Vargottam pada, because it falls in Aquarius and it is into the Aquarius sign itself. So it becomes the Vargottama pada if any planet falls in here. And the fourth pada of this nakshatra is fourth pada of this nakshatra is Pushkar Navamsha. Okay, now let us talk about what happens when we have Jupiter placed in to this nakshatra. So Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, abundance, positivity, and all the good things in life. Jupiter also represents husband in woman's chart, but more so, Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, wisdom, positivity, virtues, values, morals, and all the good things in life. Jupiter is also significator of a wealth. Okay, wealth is signified by multiple planets. Like Venus can signify wealth, but Jupiter is the significator for the wealth. It is also the significator for your teachers, mentors, gurus. Okay, so all these things are associated with Jupiter. Now, what happens when this Jupiter comes into the Shatabhisha Nakshatra? Okay, so when Jupiter is in the Shatabhisha Nakshatra, it inspires that person to follow the spiritual path, and it also helps that person to deal with the lower realms or the weaknesses of that person and turn them into something positive for himself. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. The planet of wisdom get connected with the healing power. So these people have a great ability or a healing ability. More so, even if they are not following any kind of a healing, they are associated with compassion. They deal with compassion. Even if you have an astrologer with this conjunction, you will find that the astrologer with this conjunction is extremely compassionate astrologer. One more thing which I have observed with this combination is these people have the ability to bring in the abstract knowledge and put it into the right words and share it with people. Shatabhisha Nakshatra and Jupiter in the Shatabhisha Nakshatra have a unique quality to build a bridge between student and teacher with their power of words, the power of wisdom. Okay, so let's say you have Jupiter placed in the first pada of this nakshatra. So in the first pada, if you have Jupiter placed into the Shatabhisha and goes into the first pada, is ruled by Sagittarius, which is its own sign. Placed into the second pada, which falls in Capricorn. In Capricorn, Jupiter becomes debilitated. Okay, Jupiter becomes debilitated, and it also goes into the sign of Capricorn, which is more of a practical sign. Jupiter is about higher belief, and the sign of Capricorn is extremely practical. So that's why Jupiter gets debilitated there. And now here Jupiter gives you the practical approach. This Jupiter will give you the way to apply your knowledge practically in your day-to-day life. Okay, it's not just that you're talking about higher belief and it's of no use in your daily life. No. So here comes the power of abstract words and putting them into something concrete for the common man. Nakshatra is associated with the darkness, and Jupiter is going into this debilitation. So this Jupiter has an ability to tap into the lowest and the darkest nature of the person. Once you can tap into that, you can understand that and you can share it with other people with your words, the power of words. The third pada is the Vargottama pada, and Jupiter will also be into the sign of Aquarius in D9 chart and will give you good results here. And in fourth pada as well, this Jupiter will give you good results because this Jupiter goes into the Pushkar Navamsha. Okay, so this is an important placement as well. So all these four padas are unique in a way, because in the first pada is ruled by Jupiter, fourth pada is ruled by Jupiter, in third pada it's getting debilitated, in the no, in the second pada it is getting debilitated in Capricorn, in the third pada of Aquarius it is getting, Vargottama, and in fourth it is getting the Pushkar Navamsha. So a lot of things happening with Jupiter in this nakshatra and in this pada. Okay, so yes, if you have any question, please share them into the comment section. Okay, so this was Jupiter into the nakshatra of Shatabhisha, as much as I could hold, grasp, and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join me on 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. And if you want to have a one-on-one consultation, or if you want to have a course, you can check out my website as well. And if you want the template for the Hora, I'm going to share it with my email subscribers, and you can check that as well. So yes, thank you. Namaste.